Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Trying to get us live on. There we go. Also live on Instagram. Say hi if you are watching, well, on Instagram or Facebook. Facebook isn't telling me who is live anymore, so just say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Just sharing to a couple of groups. Hi from Ohio. Hi in Toronto. So if you are on Instagram, we are going to be talking today about Saturn retrograde. Saturn, the Lord of Karma. Saturn went retrograde yesterday. Mercury went direct on the 3rd. Saturn went retrograde yesterday. So we're going to be talking a little bit about how to be prepared for the Lord of Karma coming for your ass. So that's what we're chatting about today. I'm just going to get this popped one more place. Okay. Hello, hello, Laura, Natalie, all the peoples. Cool. Yeah. So, good morning. It's Sunday morning in Bali. So you were getting me in my no makeup, no hair done. I did shower this morning, so I feel like I'm doing well. I'm drinking a watermelon juice, watermelon and ginger, super yummy. Hi, Karen. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I haven't seen you or talked to you forever, I feel like. Okay, so we're going to just dive into this because I want to keep it short and sweet. Also, I'm wanting to go have some brunch with my love this morning, so I'm going to make it short and sweet, get to the point, tell you the things that you want to, that you maybe you don't want to know, but tell you the things that you need to know about what is happening with Saturn retrograde. So, as you know, we are just coming out of Mercury retrograde. It ended on the 3rd of June. So we're still in the post shadow. And this one was a really, really intense one. Lots and lots of communication issues, lots of tech stuff. It's been a challenging last 3 weeks for sure. We're not out of the woods. We're still going to be experiencing a lot of that over the next couple of weeks until the post shadow period is over. But nothing really new there that you need to know. Other than Mercury has gone direct, so things should start flowing a little bit more easily, especially with like, you know, if you're online in the online space, your offers, the things you're putting out into the world, things may have felt a little bit held back, or like they weren't in a state of fluidity. So that should definitely be shifting as we're moving into this week. However, I wanted to get on and talk today about Saturn retrograde. So the thing about Saturn retrograde is people don't talk about it as much, because when it really, really affects you is when you're in one of your Saturn returns. So that's when Saturn retrograde is going to affect you the most, while you're in one of your Saturn returns, which I think happen roughly every 27 to 28 years. So when you were somewhere between 27 and 29, you experienced your first Saturn return. And if you remember your life at that point, it's like your first existential crisis time of like who I am, and you really get challenged and like put to the test, and get really called to the mat about who you want to be, like who you're going to be as an adult. So most of my audience is much older than that, but if you do happen to be in that Saturn return phase, like this Saturn retrograde is really going to be very, very impactful. So our big planets, right? Our big planets, Jupiter, Saturn, they all retrograde every year, and they go retrograde for, you know, Saturn goes retrograde from now until October. So it's like half of the year Saturn goes retrograde. So people don't pay a lot of attention to this. But right now, because of sort of some of the other astrological transits that are happening, I felt like it was important to talk about this Saturn retrograde. So we are coming out of Jupiter in Pisces, and that energy for the collective has, you know, it really has like enmeshed and tied the collective together with some very watery but murky energy. Especially with everything that's been going on in the world over the last 2 years. It's like, if you've been feeling uninspired, like you don't have a lot of motivation, no drive, you've been feeling lethargic, it's been difficult for you to like get excited about things, like that's very much this energy that we've just moved out of, this Jupiter and Pisces energy. So Jupiter has now moved into Aries, and so we've got a lot of fire and a lot of excitement happening, but there's still some remnants of that, right? And then we had Mercury retrograde also happening at the same time. So everything has just felt like it's been moving really, really slowly. That is about to change. Like that is definitely changing. And Saturn retrograde doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to continue to run slowly, but what, you know, Saturn is the Lord of karma, and he's the Lord of time. And so what we are asked to revisit and look at right now is, you know, our time management, but most importantly, I feel like we're really being asked to look at the foundations, our foundations in our life. And so this 6-month period is a time of deep self-reflection and evaluation of where you are and where you want to be going. And so because we've got this really incredible Jupiter in Aries energy alongside this Saturn retrograde, it's like the foundations, if we really do that and we take a deep internal look at, you know, who we are, where we are, what we want from our lives, and we are deeply honest with ourselves about what's working and what's not, especially like at a foundational level, at a systems level, and we rip out the things that aren't working and lay new foundations, this Saturn retrograde is going to be really, really powerful. So, but, you know, and Saturn is about discipline. So Saturn, and this has been like this big theme for me. Like I did this incredible podcast with Katrina Roof this week that I released, where we talked about discipline trauma and how important discipline is. I'm really stepping back into a very, very disciplined, devotional, and dedicated, stepping back into being that in my personal practices. And that is very much Saturn stuff, right? Where it's like, get back to your journaling practice, get back to your meditation practice, get back to your exercise routine, get back on top of your nutrition. Like these are all the things that Saturn calls us to do. What happens during Saturn retrograde is it becomes very, very apparent where you have been slacking off. Saturn is the Lord of karma. So, you know, you will get a slap in the face in any of these areas where you haven't been maintaining strong foundation, where you haven't been maintaining personal integrity. like the places where you haven't been disciplined, the places where you've fallen off. It's all going to become glaringly obvious to you over the next 6 months. So I just wanted to like pop on and let you guys know about this, because we're at the beginning of it. And if you can really start taking time to evaluate what's working and what's not in your life, what's working and what's not in your business, and begin to lay these firm foundations, like it's an incredible, incredible time to transform your entire life. So, and this is so funny because I never plan these things this way, you guys. Like, I don't look at what's happening with astrological transits until they're upon us. So all the planning of my programs, like I never plan things to be launching and releasing while things are happening astrologically or planetarily, but it always lines up. So I have a 90-day, the Wealth Witch's 90-day creation and manifestation challenge starting tomorrow morning. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I just did a video in the group. And I did this because selfishly, I knew that I needed to get back into this disciplined place with my personal practices. Like I knew I needed to do it. And I do so much better when I have other people doing it with me, and when I have the accountability of telling my community I'm doing something, and then I have to show up, right? So I decided to do a journaling challenge because I had just done a new module in one of my journaling courses. So I have 2 journaling courses, the Wealth Witch Creation Journaling course and the Badass Business Journaling course. And they're my 2 best-selling courses that I have of everything that I do. Like those courses are my best-selling for sure. And they include this specific method of journaling that I call creation journaling. And it's what I've used to create my life. It's what I used to move to Bali, to manifest this beach house, to, everything in my life that I've created has come through creation journaling. The cultivation and now like incredible connection with my new partner, like just everything comes through creation journaling. It's such a powerful process. So I originally was just going to do 90-day creation journaling challenge, but then I also realized how important conscious parallel realm visitation and meditation and mantra has been to me as well. And so I decided to make it not just a journaling challenge, but a creation and manifestation challenge. So it's 90 days of journaling and meditation, or journaling and mantras, or journaling and conscious parallel realm visitation. It's some kind of mindfulness practice. You could even do breath work if you wanted. And then the journaling in combination with the journaling. The 2 things just completely supercharge each other. It's like a supernova of expansion and growth. The reason I'm doing 90 days is that I was given by Kat, actually, interestingly enough, and this is how all this stuff just like weaves together. So I was actually given by Kat a challenge when I very first started working with her, because I wasn't always a journaler, didn't actually like to journal. And so she gave me a challenge. She said, journal for 90 days. And if your life isn't completely radically transformed at the end, you never have to journal again. And I was like, all right, because I trusted her and I saw what she was creating, and she definitely was creating a life that I wanted to create for myself. I started journaling every day. After 30 days, I tripled my income and my life was radically transformed. But during that 30 days, I also created my own way of journaling, this creation journaling. And so I'm really excited to be sharing that in this challenge. So what we're doing is 90 days. Why 90 days? Because when we do something for 90 days and we commit to showing up and being dedicated and disciplined and devotional to a personal practice for 90 days, it becomes habituated. So it becomes a habit and it's much easier to maintain it. So that's why we're doing the 90-day challenge. And so there's some exciting things that are happening alongside of that. One is that, so what do? Well, you journal and do some kind of mindfulness practice every day for 90 days. There will be 18 modules of content dropped into a brand new Facebook group. And it will be modules of content from my 2 journaling courses plus new modules of content from me. We will have 3 Q&A calls with me where you can ask me anything. There will be weekly accountability, like activation audios dropped in from me. And we will also be, so I think that's all the new content things. Yeah, and then I'm also giving away prizes. So this is the thing that I always get excited about. Giving gifts is my love language, so I love doing it. I'm giving away Leah loot. So first and foremost, anyone that completes the challenge, every single person in the challenge that completes the challenge is going to get a gift from me. So I'm giving away something really special that I'm really excited about to everyone that completes the challenge. And on top of that, we're drawing 3 winners. First place winner will win $1,111 in Leah Loot. Second place, $444. Third place, $111. So what is Leah Loot? Well, it basically acts like cash, and you can use it towards any of my programs, and you can use it any way you want. So if you win the $1,111, you can use it on 3 different programs, or 1 program, or on a VIP upgrade. So super excited. Okay, super excited about the challenge. You definitely want to come do this. Like, it's $222 if you've never done one of my journaling courses before. But if you have done one of my journaling courses, it's just $88 to upgrade into the challenge. And again, it will be a whole new group, whole new Telegram chat, whole new Telegram channel, all new energy. Oh, you also get 90 journaling prompts delivered to your email box, to the Facebook group, and to the Telegram channel every day. So we're actually taking the guesswork out of the journaling for you. We're giving you the journaling prompts. You can do your own if you want, but that's one of the barriers to journaling that a lot of people say. It's like, oh, I don't know what to journal about. What do I journal about? We're giving that to you. In addition to those 90 journaling prompts, as soon as the challenge ends, we're giving you 15 more manifestation journaling prompts that will be delivered every other day so that you can continue your practice so you don't fall off after we complete the challenge. So that's all the stuff about the challenge. But simultaneously and alongside of that, I am running Heretic 2.0, which is my 14-day no bullshit business accelerator for the renegade rule breakers. So this business accelerator has like exploded. I've run 2 rounds of it so far this year. I'm running another round starting on Wednesday. It starts. And this business accelerator, this round of running it is actually really exciting because I decided to do 14 new days of content. So you're actually getting 30 days of content instead of just 14. And so it will be a month long, and there's pre-recorded content, and there will be all this new content with me, which is going to be about messaging, about identifying, honing in on your 3 avatars, who you're speaking to, how to speak to them so that you can sell easily and effortlessly to them, and be in complete resonance and alignment with them. We're also going to be talking a lot about transmission and identifying and activating your transmission so that you can then in turn go out and activate your clients. I did a program about 3 years ago called Activate Transmission, and I'm bringing a lot of that really incredible content into this round of Heretic. So this is for anyone who's been feeling a little bit of stagnancy or plateau in their business, or feeling like they need a rebirth or renewal or regeneration, or to get re-excited about their business, or if you're just beginning a business. It's assignment heavy. It really requires deep dive into what you want to create. But again, it's a creation course. It is creating the life that you deeply desire, but it is embracing your inner heretic, being willing to stand up and speak out and share your message, and to be unapologetic and fearless in the sharing of that message. So I've got these 2 things running side by side. They are so fucking complementary. I can't wait to see what happens for the people that participate in this. So if you're in Heretic, if you haven't done either of these, you can sign up for both the journaling challenge and Heretic for $555. And there is a payment plan available, of course. And then if you are already in Heretic, if you've already signed up for Heretic, you get this round of Heretic actually. And this is the last time that you will get forever access to all the subsequent rounds of Heretic with me. Moving forward after this round, you'll only get the round that you sign up for. But right now, you get forever access. So everything new that I add into this as we continue to launch it, you will get. There is a VIP upgrade available for some special things if you were in Heretic last time and you want to opt into VIP. And I think that's it. Other than there is a VIP option available for the journaling course as well, which is basically daily messages from me and accountability about whether or not you're doing your journaling, and some special activations along the way. So I'm going to drop the links here for you. The links, if you're watching on Instagram, the links are in my bio. So you've got, or they're also in my stories. So you've got the 90-day creation journaling challenge, and you've got Heretic. And on both of those, if you go to the payment page, it actually includes the option to do both Heretic and the journaling program, if that's what's calling to you. If you really want to supercharge your manifestation and creation over the next 90 days. Facebook, I will drop the links for you so that you have them, and I think that's it. So yeah, these are the things that I'm doing to help you prepare for this Saturn retrograde. But from a personal perspective, look at your foundations. Look at, are your foundations strong? What ones need to be ripped up? If they're strong, reinforce them and build your multi-million-dollar mansion on top of them. If they're not, don't be afraid to rip out everything. Like, you cannot build $1 million mansion on top of a rotting foundation. I talk about this all the time. So get rid of it. And be willing over the next 6 months to show up in a disciplined and dedicated and devotional way to the things in your life that are important. Be willing to look at time management. Like, where are things working in your schedule and where are they not? Like, my biggest advice to you during this first couple of weeks of Saturn retrograde is to take a hatchet to your schedule. Really look at what's serving you, what's not, and make those changes. That's going to make things, like, Saturn rules time. So that's going to make things just flow so much more easily if you're really looking diligently at what's happening in your schedule, and how you're actually spending your time. So I think that's it. I think that's all I have for you guys. Trying to find the link for Heretic for Facebook. There it is. Okay, so Facebook, you've got both of the links now. If you have questions about any of this, as always, feel free to send me a DM. Happy to chat about any of these programs, but journaling challenge starts tomorrow and Heretic starts on Wednesday. Mwah! Love you guys.